Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Mischief, where I talk about my favorite thing in the entire world. God damn cryptocurrency. That's right. And welcome to the Suitrump pump stream. We are going to pump the Trump, or we're going to see. That's how it all works. This is a social experiment, I would like to call this. As always, nothing that I talk about in today's stream is financial advice. You need to make up your own mind with your crypto investments, do your own research, and take care of yourself on chain. It's a dangerous world out there, and you don't want to get taken advantage by anyone, right? What we're doing today is we are focusing on pumping the Trump. I have put a bunch of ads, I've hired some calls. We are in a pretty favorable market, although it's turned a bit red recently. That's fine. That's fine. And we're going to be watching the Trump pump. That's right, the Suitrump pump. Suitrump currently sitting $419,000 market cap. We are up from our low, which was back in April. So we go April 7th at that last local low. And let's go up and let's see what's been going on since then. If you were buying around then or holding from there, you're already up 158%, $431,000 market cap. Up we go. Look at those green candles firing. That's right. We have some people in the stream today. Let's get going with that. Sunny Began, I love my Suitrump family. I'm happy to see our community grow. Yes, Sunny, me too. Sunny has been holding Suitrump for a long time. She has won one of our competitions, I believe our LP competition. And yeah, we appreciate you, Sunny. Thanks for popping into the stream. Let's go. We have Sanjib Depnath, who says, I think I got your name right there. And he says, Trump Empire launch cup hoga. Yeah, definitely, definitely. And we have Brett Prinzel, long-time holder here. Well, that's great because I'm hoping and I'm working very hard to make sure that any of our holders of Suitrump, the thousands and thousands of Suitrump holders out there, are going to be well rewarded with the work that we're putting in for our utility, which is coming very soon for Suitrump. And that's why we've positioned this exact time to make some, make some content to pump the Trump, because we have a lot coming up for Suitrump. We're going to be talking about it all today on stream while we get our calls going, while we get the ads running, while we have the bots running. I'm going to be showing you basically how do you pump a token in 2025. It's quite costly, but let's see if it works. Crypto Priest, let's go. That's right. We have Crypto Priest. He aped in. He's ready to go. Nice. He's well excited. Good to see Crypto Priest. So Suitrump. First thing I want to talk about for Suitrump is something that's happening right now inside the Telegram, which is that we have a bot in the Telegram, right? So let me just bring the screen in, right? So we have a buy bot here, right? This buy bot runs. Oh, wow. The buys are coming in. That's right. So as buys come into the buy bot, what happens is that actually they're all being awarded tickets. This is a custom bot that I created on Sui chain, right? For Suitrump. No one else has this bot. The way that it works is now that all these buys are coming in now, you see them on the time, right? 11:08. These are all current buys, right? So as these are all coming in, what's happening is they're all getting rewarded tickets, right? These tickets go into a raffle draw. If I type in here, raffle stats, right? Raffle stats, anyone can use this function, right? You type raffle stats in, then the bot is going to show you the current raffle. So I started this raffle just today. It has 6 days and 21 hours. So far, 73,426,000 raffle tickets have been awarded for the raffle, right? It goes one Suitrump purchase, one Suitrump token purchase, one ticket. The more you buy, you get multipliers on your buys, right? The prize for this is 30 Sui tokens. It will be given to one winner at the end of the raffle, which is in 6 days, right? And it's chosen by a completely random randomizer technology, right? So this is all, you don't see this anywhere else on Sui chain. I've also integrated Sui NS, Sui name service into this, where you can actually endorse your friends with the bot as well and give them extra tickets for the raffle to give them a better chance of winning. So for example, I can take the command, right? I can go endorse, right? Then I choose someone from the list. You need to know their Sui NS name, of course, for this. I believe we have Carl's Coins. Oh, Brett Prince. Let's get Brett Prince. Brett Prince is a very long-time holder, right? Endorse Brett Prince, and I can even leave a message. let's pump the Trump, right? Let's pump the Trump. I endorse Brett Prince, and then Brett Prince just was endorsed with 5,000 more raffle tickets. That's how we do it, right? That's how we roll. So this will keep running. Everyone who's buying right now is getting registered in the bot. Look at that Trump pump. Fantastic. We're up to $475,000 market cap. Let's go. Yeah, so for example, Crypto Priest, I made sure to make the raffle run before I started the stream. We started the calls getting to action. So that means that you've already been awarded tickets. You might win 100 and I think $510, depending on the Sui price, 30 Sui. And then you can use that for whatever you want. We do this continuously. This is actually the 5th or 6th Suitrump raffle that we've been running. So it's a fun way to reward people who are buying Suitrump. Right, let's get into more things that are going with Suitrump then. So we're going to come to over here on the old X. Please follow the Suitrump on X. Let's get into what's happening. So we hired Trump pump called Juan Cena. He's like John Cena, but he's a Juan, right? This is Juan Cena here. He's now working with Suitrump to let people know about what's coming up with our Sui Dex launch, which we'll be talking about on the stream as well. And we are also going to, you know, be pumping the Trump because it's got a pretty good narrative. It's about to be burned. Suitrump has a fixed circulating supply. It's going to be burned. Oh, there I am. See, make sure you join the Suitrump Crypto Mischief live stream. Boom, right? This guy has a lot of reach. You can see 11.7 thousand followers. These are real followers. If you look through what's going on with his talk, you know, here he's talking about Suitrump here. He bought a bag of Suitrump. Yes, he did. Around $400,000 market cap. He's talking about Sui Dex. He's then talking about Suitrump. This guy is a machine. I've been watching him for a while. And you know, like in, you know, my past life, I've worked as an influencer. I still do sometimes, so I'm quite busy these days. And I like to talk about projects, right? So what Juan does, Juan Cena, he's like John Cena, you know? So he talks about these coins, but you can see his organic reach is great, right? Here he's talking, you know, one from today, 50 likes. He's got 50 likes on this one. He's got 17 on that. He's got 50 on this one, 50. So he gets 58 likes, comments. He is very, very powerful with what he does. He also does have another account, which he has on Telegram, which is this one here, Sui Meme Calls, which is 2,371. And you can see he just goes absolutely ballistic. He's great. I really like what he does. Also very nice guy. And I'm happy to support him. And going forward, he's going to be one of our go-to calls for Suitrump and for Sui Dex, because I think you have to, you know, you have to admire the grit. You got to go for it, right? Juan Cena is the John Cena of crypto. That's right. Hustle, loyalty, respect, and pumponomics. That's the one. That's the one. Okay, we have a bunch to get into. What else have I done to pump the Trump? Let's go back to the chart and let's see what's happening on the Suitrump chart. How would we do? Okay, 475,000. There we go. There's a pump. That's a pump there. I'm going to get that pump. Boom. Screenshotting that pump. So other ways that you can pump coins, of course, you can come to Dex Screener, and we did put through some ads for Dex Screener. I boosted this one, this couple $100. We also put through an advertising call for Suitrump as well, which is another like $600. So to make sure that when people are searching through lists of tokens on Sui Chain, that they're going to be brought up with the advertised token, which should be running still. Yeah, so we're here as well. If you go to advertised tokens on Dex Screener right now, these are all the ones on Sui Chain. Not many are running ads, right? So that's why we start to run ads today. So we're boosted with ads. So that's other ways that you can pump your coin, which does cost a pretty penny, but you got to do it, right? You got to do it. You got to pump the Trump. And as always, no Suitrump was sold in the making of this pump. That's not us. That's a scam coin. Oh no, that's not a scam coin. That's the wrong liquidity pool, right? Need to find the liquidity pool with the most liquidity in it, which would be this one. Always go for the chart with the largest amount of liquidity. Okay, here's the all-time chart for Suitrump. See what we have here. We bonded back in October 2024. We went up to around about $1 million market cap, right? See that 1001 here? That's $1 million. So just under it, right? Then we had the election. Trump got in. And Of course, after Trump won, we dumped because that's what happens after election. Buy the rumor, sell the news. It was that, right? Everyone thought, oh, okay, it's over. Richie had a fun project and he's just going to, move on to other things now. No, I did not. I then announced around about in November that I'm going to make a yield farm, and the chart responded very nicely. We went up to around about $600,000 market cap. We got up to 700,000, but then the long kind of crypto winter came around, right? And we just, we slowly went down. Development of a yield farm takes a long time, especially on Sui. But then around about the 21st of April, I said, we are ready, right? We're going to launch the website. We're going to start the newsletter. We're going to have a private raise. We're going to get the audit done. We're going to launch. The code is done. The websites are done. We've played with it on testnet. Everything's ready. So now it's all about getting the raise through, right? Finishing the audit, because audit's very important. No launch before audit, always, right? You need to have all your funds safe. And then that's it. Then we're ready to rock. And now we're ready to roll because we're getting a nice green candle there on that. How else can you pump a token? So there's many ways to pump a token. If we come to the next way I pump the token, this would be Sui Booster, right? Walking Boss says, hey, everyone, things are getting very exciting. Yes, they are, Walking Boss. This is Sui Booster. It is an advanced volume bot for Sui Network. This one, you can give it Sui and it will continue to run microtransactions on the Sui blockchain, which will put you higher in trending on the Sui chain, right? So I put about 30, 40 Sui into this bad boy, and it's just continuing to work away, right? When it runs out, I put more Sui in, it will continue to make micro volume gold for Suitrump. That's why you now see Suitrump is now trending number 22 on Sui. And the more that this runs, the higher it will go trending. The more people buying Suitrump right now. We're about to hit $500,000 market cap. Nice stuff. If you're in the comments, let me know if you hold Suitrump, if you're thinking about it. If you have any questions about Suitrump while you're in this stream, fire away. We are live on X. We are live on the YouTube. And let me know. So any questions at all, let me know, because we're going to be going through a lot today. And I haven't even showed you the utility that we're making for Suitrump. I've not explained anything about what's going to be happening to the supply of Suitrump with the launch of our new utility. The Raw Crypto's here. Pump it up. Yes, we're going to do that. The Raw Crypto made a fantastic Suitrump video the other day for us. It's on the X account. Let's find it. Let's find the X account. Great work. 3D. AI 3D version of, Trump getting ready for the race. This is great. Oh, yeah. Amazing. Never been done. Even got the walk down perfect. It's very impressive, right? It's the same Trump walk. Sui Dex, Sui Farm. That's right. Yeah, really great work on that one. So yeah, what's going on there? So the coin Suitrump is our mascot, right? We have made Suitrump is the mascot, right? So you can imagine on PancakeSwap, they have a bunny. On Cetus, they have like this whale thing, right? On our Dex, Sui Dex, the mascot is going to be Suitrump. You're going to see him pop up in the corner. He's going to be our AI inside the site, which is going to help you with your investing, right? He's also a coin that you can buy right now. And the coin Suitrump is going to be burned with the revenue fees of the DEX. 40% of revenue coming from the yield farm, right, is going to buy and burn Suitrump coin. I think how can I make this even clearer? So to explain it like as clear as possible, if we have something like Suitrump, right? Suitrump has a fixed circulating supply, right? 10 billion tokens, I believe, right? And from that fixed circulating supply, that means that no more Suitrump can ever be minted, right? No more Suitrump can ever be minted. Great. That means that we can only make less Suitrump. Imagine if there was no more dollar ever printed, right? Then, of course, the value of the dollar would, in theory, go up because it's valuable, it has a use case, right? Imagine if when people started burning dollars, they had to buy them first, right? That would kind of supercharge the price of dollars to go up even more, right? That's what's going to be happening with Suitrump. We're going to be buying the Suitrump with the fees from the DEX and then sending it immediately to a burn address. So this will add a green candle of buy pressure. This will then send the tokens to a burn wallet, meaning that the circulating supply of Suitrump will go down. So it will be a buy, and then the coins vanish, making the supply of the coin less. And this will continue to happen for every single transaction that happens on SuiDex. This is constant, ongoing buy and burn pressure on Suitrump with 40% of the fees from SuiDex. Now, I can't sit here and tell you that, this is going to send it into Valhalla. All I can tell you is what is going to happen, what has been coded to work, right? And that's what I'm talking about today, right? Crypto is always high risk, but that's what the utility of SuiDex is offering to Suitrump. If we get $1 million of investment into our yield farm, right, and we have the fee going into the yield farm, that's 40% of the revenue going to that. If we get $10 million daily DEX trading, that is burning of Suitrump from the DEX as well. And without even thinking about the burning of Suitrump, what else is going to happen? We're also going to be able to pair our Suitrump, put it into the yield farm and earn passive income and get a new coin. And everyone likes new coins because we're going to have a second token being released in the ecosystem. That's also what's going to be happening. And I could not be more excited about what's coming up. Suitrump, of course, is listed on CoinGecko. Yes, we are. We are verified on CETAs. 20% pump. Here we go. We're right in. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful green candle. Going to make a tweet about our green candle while we're going on. And we have some new guests. We have Crypto Aaron from Book of Binance. Shout out to Book of Binance. Absolutely monstrous meme coin on Binance Smart Chain that if you were a follower of this channel, we got in the pre-sale. We had it day one, second one, minute one, and it's done 20x from the pre-sale. It's an absolute beast. What a meme coin. Unbelievable meme coin. So if you don't own that one, you're going to have to look into it because there's loads you can do. Suitrump pump. Suitrump pump. So this is a kind of a social experiment, right? Because I told you there, like all the different boosts and calls and DEX screener ads are combined together to see what kind of effect that would have on the chart. And that's what's going on. Let's go. Right. So let's get into some more information then. I've talked about the raffle, which is happening continuously inside our Telegram. So we're probably seeing a lot of buys coming in. Oh, there's Book there. Book's awesome. Yeah. So all of these buys are getting Suitrump tickets for the raffle. They're all going to be winning money. Well, one person's going to be winning money. The rest of you are getting Suitrump, which is also good. You can check the leaderboard. Come here, leaderboard. We have leaderboard here. So who's in the lead? Okay. So if you have SuiNS on your account, it's going to show that. But at the moment, we have a guy with 27 million tickets who's sitting right here. With that's a lot. That means he bought about 25 million Suitrump tokens with 18 million tickets here, 50 million Sui Alpha X, because some of them are registered with their SuiNS, and we pull that so you can actually, basically you can, say, hey, look at that, boom. I did that. That was me. Cool. Bots going mental. Very good. All good there. Let's talk about the DEX then. How about we talk about the DEX and what's coming up? We have Gianni in the room. Hello, Gianni. How you doing? Gianni is an Italian stallion, if you don't know, and a great guy. We have Brett Prince. Suitrump is my Bitcoin. Nice. You can't hold enough of this meme gold. Nice. Yeah, he understands what's happening. He knows what's happening. Do you have some other calls on the way today? So we're working with the best one. We have a launch coming up on June 1st. So this is building up to the launch on June 1st. You don't need to throw every call into the mix at the same time because we are a long-term project. We're building momentum, right? I'm fully committed to and fully believe that Juan Sina is the best caller on Sui chain. We do have some YouTube content coming up very soon. I believe a man called Moonshot Max will be covering Suitrump and Suidex, and I think he was just waiting for the pump. So I was talking to him earlier, and I've been the past couple of days been very busy in meetings. I've had probably about 6 or 7 hours of meetings in Telegram, Microsoft meetings with potential advisors for Suidex, which I want to announce quite soon once we've signed the deals with them. And they're going to be bringing a lot of knowledge and connections to our decks, which I'm really excited to announce as well. So it's not just about just paying calls to pump the token. We also need to build the foundation of the business to make sure that it's strong going forward. It's very important. Send it to 1 million. Yeah, it's very possible. I mean, we've hit 1 million before. There's no reason why we can't do it again. Send it higher. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Let's keep going. What are we up to now? 472 on the CoinGecko. 483. We are going higher. Great. Don't know what happened to my chart here. It was set up differently, and now it's kind of gone a bit strange. Let's see if we can fix it. Get it. Oh, no. I liked it when it looked more bullish. I had that huge spike. Oh, we're getting there. Oh, we're getting there. Right. Let's talk about Suidex then. So what happens with Suidex? You can come to the link in the description, which is suidex.org, which is right here. When you go to Suidex, it's going to look like this. You're going to get prompted. Come on, Suidex, do it. You're going to be prompted to join the waiting list, right? We're having a private raise in 12 days for Suidex, right? You can join the wait list now. The wait list will whitelist you for the private raise. I suggest you join it because even if you decide later you don't want to invest in the private raise, you just want to buy Suitrump because you know that Suidex is going to burn Suitrump, then, okay. But then at least you're still in the wait list so that if you change your mind, you're still whitelisted, right? We had something before, right? Before today, the wait list did not have Sui wallet connection, okay? Because I wasn't totally happy with how the data was being stored in our servers. So I got the team to make it kind of more separate, how things are being stored, so that the email addresses and the wallet addresses are not in the same area, basically. So that if anytime, things happen, even Coinbase got exploited the other day, right? That your personal data is safe and not connected, right? So most people who have joined the waitlist, because this just got updated like an hour ago, that means that they've already been sent an email with contact from me saying that I want you to sign your wallet and to submit your wallet as well. And that will be to a Google Sheet, right? So if you are already on the wait list that you've signed up before, right, then you just need to check your email inbox and you're going to get an email. The email will bring you, which one is it? I think it's this one here. No, don't have it here. So it's essentially going to just ask you for your email address and your wallet, right? And then that's going to get you put into the whitelist. Also, because you were early, and we appreciate you because you were so early and you already signed up for the waitlist, we're also putting you in a lucky draw. And that lucky draw is for 20 million Suitrump tokens, 10 million to 2 people, right? So check your inbox if you've already joined the waitlist and do that. If you're just finding Suitrump right now and Suidex, then come to the join waitlist and join now. And you can also add your wallet as well into that. So that's how we're going to run it. So all good there. Hope that's crystal clear. If not, we do have a pin note in the Suidex Telegram and in the Suitrump Telegram to explain it, so you can raise through. If you have any questions, just DM me and I'll explain it to you more. So this is Suidex. Suidex, the mascot Suitrump sitting right here. Suidex is going to be a yield farm and trading DEX that's being launched on the Sui chain. It's pioneering DeFi on the Sui blockchain with seamless token trading, user-friendly design, sustainable rewards through an emission split model. The emission split and the mechanics of Suidex are quite complex, but the using of Suidex is very easy. That's how I've designed it. It has to be complex so that it can be used to basically, earn yield sustainably, but it has to be easy to use so that even your grandma can enter it and earn passive income, right? That's the whole idea. So what's happening with Suidex is that we are going to be creating a new coin. The second coin in our ecosystem is going to be called Victory. It's all about winning. Victory. Yes, victory, right? Victory is going to be our governance and reward coin for SuiDex. It will reward you when you supply liquidity into SuiDex. So for example, when we launch, you can take your Sui and USDC, add the liquidity into our DEX, take that liquidity and stake it to earn Victory token, passive income. You can also take Suitrump and Sui and earn the highest yield on the platform with Suitrump. And you can use other partner coins as well, which we will be listing on SuiDex with handshakes for all my favorite coins in the Sui chain, where they will also be available with reward pools, which will be bringing the Sui community together. All of this will be audited before launch, like I said. Security is very important. Now, the importance, again, is that when people are using this farm, they're staking their tokens into SuiDex to earn Victory token. There's a small fee. That small fee, 40% of the fee, goes to buying and burning Suitrump, the mascot. That's right. Because we have designed a utility with the aim of pumping Suitrump, burning the supply and sending it, buying it and burning it. So that's the whole message behind this. So if you know, right, you know that Suitrump is going to be bought and burned en masse by a new platform which is launching. We're about to have a private raise, right? What if, the private raise hard cap, okay, is $100,000. It's a small raise. I designed the private raise for SuiDex to be small because we, of course, want to launch, right? So we went through the math and we thought, well, how much do we need for liquidity, basically, just to get this kickstarted and just roll out? It was like, well, minimum we would need would be about $15,000. Then we just list a couple tokens and boom, we're off, right? So that's why. The hard cap is $100,000. If we smash the hard cap, we sell out the private raise, right? And then, of course, there's an announcement, SuiDex, private raise, sold out, right? Then what do you think is going to happen to the price of Suitrump when people realize, hang on a minute, there's actually a high demand for this and it's now getting into the final stage of launch? It's raise, audit, done, launch, right? What's going to happen to Suitrump? When people are like, oh, hang on a minute. So actually Suitrump is going to get bottom burned by this. There's already lots of people in this. They're going for it. This is actually quite a great offer. And will the price of Suitrump reflect positively from that in expectation of a giant buy and burn? I would probably say yes, not financial advice. So if you see the price of Suitrump right now sitting at, $500,000 market cap, okay? So we're $500,000 market cap, $495,000 market cap, right now. How high can it go? That's the question. So let's have a look and see. Oh, $535,000 market cap. Sorry, we've gone up. CoinGecko was wrong. So come to Sui Chain. Let's have a look. So currently, the largest token on Sui Chain for meme coins would probably be Lofi, right? Lofi's $68 million market cap. So that's 120x to match Lofi. Very high gains. We have Pepe on Sui, which is a great meme coin on the Sui blockchain. It's matching us. Oh, no, that's double us. That's $944,000 market cap. So it's a 2x to get to Pepe on Sui, right? Toilet Dust, a very fast growing community, very strong token on the Sui chain. I'm a big fan. I even put them in the thumbnail. Just a little bit of a, a little bit cheeky. Toilet Dust, currently 2.6 million market cap. So that's a 6x from where we are. We have other ones. Suitrump here, number 17. Now we are going up there, 535. So this is important to think, right? So if already we have large market cap coins, where's Blub? Blub is probably, I think, the strongest community on Sui. Blub's not even here. What's going on? No one's buying Blub today, huh? Oh, there we are. Blub, currently $15 million market cap down here, right? So this is, of course, before the next Sui bull run. We're below all-time high. So Sui needs to run up to $4 or $5 and then $10. More money is going to come into Sui. Bitcoin just hit all-time high again. I mean, what we're going to see is absolutely unbelievable if all the gods align with SuiDex. As we're buying and burning Suitrump, we're also hitting the fixed, the big cycle push for the bull run. So that's why we're pumping Suitrump today, because I think it's a great opportunity, because it's my, I made the coin. No Suitrump has ever been sold by me. Zero, right? I have spent my own money to build this farm. $35,000. I invested into this. We built a team. We have a team of 4 or 5 coders working on this, on the UI, on the code, working with me closely to get the rhetoric right, the flow right for everything, right? They're called Meridian Finance. You can find them, right? They're a legit coding team. We've been working quietly and diligently since February to get this ready and go. What we got? Trump pump. Let's fucking go. That's right. Stress kicker. Let's kick that stress. Let's get going. Ready for DEX? Me too. I'm ready. I'm really ready. Can't wait for launch. Send it higher. Send it to 1 million. That's right. Good stuff. So let's talk about the raise then. This is another aspect of what's going on with Suitrump. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot to digest, right? So the raise is going to be in USDC and it's going to be on Sui chain. The raise is going to be on June 1st, 2025. If you're interested in it, you can join the waitlist now. And like I said, put in your Sui wallet address, give your name if you want, put your email. That's important because then you can join our mailing list, right? And I put out weekly emails and we'll do giveaways through that as well. Give your Telegram if you want to, and just tell us, where did you hear about Sui DEX, what you're most interested in, and what kind of things do you like, okay? Click join waiting list, and that's it. You are now whitelisted for June 1st. You can come back once we launch the announcement times. Yeah, exactly, right? What time will the raise be? Yes, exactly. So we're going to be announcing that in the next coming days. That will be in the next weekly newsletter. And it will also be, put up everywhere. And I'll probably make a video about it, about the exact times. I'm probably thinking, the best times usually for this kind of stuff is around about this time, which would be 12 p.m. EST is generally the best time to do raises. So that's when it will be most probably, right? Which would be the afternoon for North Americans, and it would be later in the day for Europeans. It would be midnight for me, but if you want to get the opportunity to hold a token early, then you got to stay up late sometimes, and that's the way it works. I've stayed up to 4 a.m. sometimes for raises, and then they're delayed by like 3 hours, and then I just roll into the next day, and then they cancel it, and then I'm like, oh my god, I haven't slept. And then I go to work. That's how it rolls. But we're going to try and be as on time as possible because I want to run this as professionally as possible. So what do you get for the raise? You get victory token. We have made sure that the victory token is sustainable. It is a reward token. People have concerns about reward token because they can be printed into oblivion. We're aware of this. I've been yield farming for 5-6 years. So the tokenomics of victory token are very carefully crafted to make sure it's actually valuable. For the raise, 25% of the tokens will be available to private sale buyers upon token generation event. That means that the tokens you get will be in your wallet before trading happens on SuiDex. You will hold it while other people are buying it because they want to join into the ecosystem. They want to also probably farm with Sui with a victory token because it will have high APR in the farm as well. So people will be buying it while you're already holding it. You can probably take advantage of that by trading the token. But I wouldn't give you 100% of the tokens on TGE. Why? Let me know in the comments. Why should you not get 100% of the tokens upon the TGE? What would probably happen to the price of victory token if everyone got their tokens on the TGE? Let's who's going to get the right answer? 10 points to whoever gets the right answer. Let's have a look. Who's going to get it? while I check the chart, what's going on with Suitrump? Let's refresh. We are 534,000. Oh my God, we're pumping. We are pumping high. We're going. So let me know why. Well, yeah, that's a pretty good answer for long-term purposes, Richie. Yeah, that's one answer. Kind of. Any other answers for that? So why is it not a good idea to give everyone 100% the tokens upon TGE? Why does that not happen in crypto anymore? People did it before, and we saw what happened. You could probably guess what happened. Like if you, oh, there we go. Dump. Yeah. So we don't want to launch the token with a dump, meaning that all the people who get into the small private raise, $100,000 isn't much, right? It's a very small private raise. Usually you talk about, 500,000 or millions of dollars going into private raises. 100K is small, especially with the soft cap of 15. If we only get, for example, 35K in there, then we're launching with 35K in there. That's not that much power in the hands of people. But still could have an effect. If they had all the tokens on launch and the token goes up on a big moonshot, as people are buying more and more victory token to get involved in the ecosystem, or just to, ape it because we've got lots of calls talking about it and lots of trending about it, then that could really damage the start of the token by people just selling to try and quickly profit take, then exit the ecosystem and never join. So we're giving 25% because I think that's not enough edge. You already have the token before the trading begins. You have 25% of it in your wallet, so you can decide on how much USDC you want to put in to know that. And the listing price and pre-sale price we will be announcing also in the next couple of days, so you'll be able to mathematically put that together as well in your head. So all of this will be available and clear before the June 1st. 75% of those tokens you're going to get, don't worry about that, but we're going to put them into our token locker, which is a very unique part of SuiDex, which is not, it doesn't happen on Sui. I'm not seeing it on Sui. The token locker contract was inspired by such past yield farms, which were pretty successful, as SparkSwap, which was on PulseChain and did very well for about a year and a half. It was a very good yield farm, but PulseChain got kind of destroyed by the SEC lawsuit. And I've seen it a couple other places. It's similar to the VE33 model, which is used in Aerodrome and Thena, SwapX, right? But less confusing because you don't have to vote. What happens is that your victory is staked in a time lock inside the contract. The time lock can go as high as 3 years, but for private raise investors, they're going to get their victory locked for 100 days, right? So after 100 days, the lock ends, you can claim out the 75% of the tokens. While they're locked, what's happening? You're getting rewards, double rewards. You're getting rewards in victory token, which is going to be sent from our MasterChef contract, because it's a yield farm, to the token locker. So you're going to be earning more victory token while waiting to unlock your victory. You can claim out those earned victory at any time. You're also going to be getting Sui token, which is coming from our revenue share program, because as we're using 40% of the revenue from the farm to pump Suitrump by buying and burning it, right? We are also using 40% of the fees for SuiDex to turn into Sui token and send to victory stakers, right? Let's just get back to the Suitrump. Let's see what's happening. Now, this is important. Oh, we got a red, but down to $552,000 market cap. I want to reset this chart. Hang on. Where's the reset button? Bin it. Refresh. Where are we going? Not bad. They changed it. Where is it? Where's the refresh? Chat. Where's the refresh? Let me know. What's going on here? Confused. We're up 36% on the Trump pump. Good. The stream's going well. We want to get to 100% pump, so you guys need to buy more. What will happen to the existing liquidity of Suitrump? Is there a plan to port it to the DEX? So I own I wouldn't say Suitrump owns a large percentage of the liquidity currently on Cetus, right? Which was supplied by me. I don't plan on moving that initially. I don't plan on moving all of it into SuiDex initially, because of course we want to have many places for people to buy and sell Suitrump. We have fixed locked liquidity on MovePump, which would be the 2K aggregator, 4K aggregator on Sui. That's one DEX. We have Cetus pools, which are the ones that I set up, and other people are in as well. So I think I own about 40% of the liquidity in Cetus, just from the pools that I set up, right? I will be moving some of that, but I also have other liquidity to add into SuiDex. The thing about SuiDex when it begins is the listed tokens we're going to be listing with pretty good liquidity, but the key liquidity pairs that we want to add initially are Sui, USDC, right, and Suitrump, and any other pool pairs that we launch with, so that people can add liquidity and swap without any issue on SuiDex. Over time, we'll be adding more and more pools. This has to be grown quite naturally and progressively, so that people can understand it, and that we can put full focus on the new pairs which we are adding with reward pools to incentivize people to add more liquidity to get rewarded, right? So I would say that the existing liquidity of Suitrump, some of it will be ported to the DEX. I'm sure a lot of people who are holding Suitrump liquidity right now on Cetus, right, which is currently $94,000, right? Some of them will be moving that into SuiDex because they want to get the yield. And cool, do it, right? I will be holding Strong also on Cetus so that people can trade. Because it's important that, because Cetus is the largest DEX on Sui chain, so it's important that people are able to trade on Cetus, because not everyone's going to know about Sui DEX initially. So that's why we're going for both of it. CM Silver got his email. Good. Anyone who signed up the waiting list prior to a couple hours ago got an email telling them about how you can register for your wallet and also get into a giveaway to win 20 million Suitrump tokens, right? So check your email. 10 million coming. We don't want the dump. No one wants the dump. No, we want the Trump pump, not the dump. 1,000 million. Nice. Let's go. Yes, exactly. I'm still trying to figure, like, why? What happened to my chart? What's going on here? My chart's gone all wonky. See what I mean? Before I had the huge spike, and now it's just disappeared. Let's see if we move it around a bit. Let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. Whoa. That was a nice one. Yeah, let's compare ourselves to Sui. How are we performing against Sui? Oh, wow. Lovely stuff. This is the price of Suitrump compared to Sui now. We are doing good. This is kind of green. That's a Trump pump there. Trump pump. Chat, give me some Trump pump in the comments. Trump pump in the comments. Let's go. Let's go. Trump pump in the comments. Let's come back to the Telegram. Let's see what's happening. People are getting excited. Okay, yeah. They're enjoying themselves. Good stuff. All right. Good stuff. Oh, yeah. Trump pump. Trump pump. Jesus. I need to reconfigure the bot now if we get to a larger market cap, because the larger market cap we go, of course, we need less trophies for the buys. Brett Prince is still buying Suitrump. Brett, you're insane. Brett is one of our most loyal Suitrump holders. He really believes in how we're going to be moving with the Suitrump. That's awesome. Awesome stuff. All right. So the raise, that's it explained, okay? Now, the importance of why you get Sui token and the kind of bullishness about this is that, think about it, right? You have your victory token in the token locker before anyone else because you are in the private raise, right? So from the first person who starts transacting on the DEX to, for example, pair up liquidity or buy victory token, enter into the yield farm, all of this is going to be accruing revenue. From the revenue, 40% of the revenue is now taken to the victory locker as Sui and given to victory stakers. In the initial stages of the farm launch, there are not going to be that many victory stakers. It's going to be mostly the pre-sailers, the private raise participants who got into the private raise that are going to be there to get the first benefits of this, which means they're primed to get the largest amount of Sui from the largest injection into the platform. From there, then we start to add strategic partners. And each time we add strategic partners, there will be a rush to get into the pool because it will have a very high APR. This will continue to reward our victory stakers who are coming afterwards in Sui. Of course, if you miss the private raise or it sells out before you can get any action on it, then you can, of course, quickly on launch, buy victory token and get it in there as quick as possible to get the Sui. But you got to, you'll always have won't have the edge that the early investors have for the first opening parts of the farm. And then after 100 days, you can claim out your victory token. And if we've done our job correctly, then the victory token will still have a great value, right? And that's the whole thing. How are we going to continue to add value? Oh, the last things, the minimum investment you can put into the private raise is $50, right? So it's really for anyone who wants to just participate. And the maximum is 3,500 USDC because that I think that's a good enough amount for a solid investment for a play on a new protocol on Sui, but it's not high enough to, so that one investor can have too much of the pie, because we want to have a kind of good average holder base so that we don't have too many mega whales who just want to manipulate things in the beginning, right? But it's decentralized, so we'll see how that goes. Other things about Sui DEX are the roadmap. Now, I'm actually going to be improving the roadmap for clarity. The plan is to do that tomorrow. Two things we'll be adding tomorrow are our technical docs. We do have a white paper, which is illustrated for people to look at, but we'll also be adding the technical docs so people can get really, there's more to chew on there for people who want to see exactly how it worked. Initial deposit in Sui or USDC. For the raise, it's in USDC, right? I have put out a Medium article called Getting Ready for the Sui DEX Private Raise, which you can find pinned in our Telegrams. And it's everything you need to know to prepare your wallet and funds for June 1st. We talk about what wallet you should use, Slush, Nightly, Phantom. We talk about how you can buy SUI on a centralized exchange, depending on which country you're in. We talk about bridging other funds to SUI, like BNB coin or Ethereum or Solana. We talk about using Phantom Wallet to swap from Solana to SUI. And we talk about how to get yourself USDC by just swapping on Cetus, for example, or you can even swap in your wallet. So we've covered all that. So you can find the article in Medium. Give us a follow, give us some claps, and let us know about that. TTH, Trump Pump. That's wrecked. Trump Pump's coming. Trump Pump, yeah. Is there a rough estimate of the audit and DEX launch if possible? I want to get this all done in June, right? So basically immediately following the private raise, we are contacting the audit company. Probably I'm going to go with SpyWolf because I've seen that they've already audited platforms on Sui Chain, which have been pretty good and have not had any issues yet. For example, chopsui.net, we can check out these guys. They've had their swapper and their lockers audited by SpyWolf, I believe, and they are pretty good. So I've seen that. We also have Sui Reward Me? Yeah, this one here. They were also audited by SpyWolf. So that's also, they got a DEX audit from SpyWolf, and they have a working liquidity and DEX as well, working away on Sui Chain. So because of that, audited by SpyWolf. Because SpyWolf are able to audit on Sui, because not all auditors are actually able at the moment to audit on Sui because they don't know how to use Sui Move code language. So that's probably who we're going to go with for the first audit. And we might look into a second one as we grow, because that's important too. Why not? Double audit, always good. Great thing about Sui's object model is that, as we get audited, we can quickly modify and change to, adapt and get ready faster. All good stuff there. Right. So for the roadmap, I'm going to be expanding on this because there's two things which I think are really bullish that I've not highlighted enough for what we're going to be doing with Sui DEX going forward. And the two things I want to point out are the GameFi development, because we've already started the rough stages of that. And I want to make very interactive and entertaining games, which are going to be using the Victory token as the economy coin for it. And of course, using the Suitrump mascot as the main character. So they're going to be Suitrump based games. At the moment, we're kind of going back and forth between which ones we want to make. It's going, we talked a little bit about porting GoldenEye, but then using Trump instead and running around, and doing Trump things. But then I kind of also got the idea of a, POTUS, like Trumpagotchi, essentially. You have a little blue Trump, you buy it with Victory Coin, then you can outfit it with Victory Coin. You can feed it, water it, let it go to the golden toilet. You can then do other things, that president would do. You can also get, a blue Obama or blue Biden, blue JFK as your Tamagotchi style Sui pet. And if you don't feed it or look after it, or if its unhappiness is bad, it dies and you have to buy another one, right? And while doing all that, you can, of course, get passive income paid out from the health and, the growing and evolution of your pet is one idea I'm also thinking about. Some guys on the team have told me, that they want to do typical, what's it called, options games and things like that. That could be okay, but I don't think that's very groundbreaking. I'd rather just kind of, go big or go home with the GameFi development. The other one is the AI integration, because we've already got some of that coming. We want to add text to speech to SuiDex so that you would be able to interact with SuiDex by just speaking to it instead of typing. So you'd be like, "Oh, buy 1 million Suitrump," and then it just does it for you, right? So that's another thing we want to get in there. Kev T, thanks for the response. Richie looks tremendous about what's coming up. The rewards coming from the locked victory pool and that are accessible as earned or locked till 100 period as victory. No, the earned tokens in the victory pool can be claimed out at any time. Anytime. You can claim them out every second if you wanted, because the emissions on Sui are sent every second, right? So that's not locked. The rewards are not locked, just your tokens from the private raise are locked for 100 days. Suitrump, yeah, that's right. Suitrump, Trump pump. Let's go. Okay, what's going on? How we doing? Oh baby, $578,000 market cap. That is looking beautiful. Look at that Trump pump candle. Look at that one go. Boom. Awesome, awesome. This is good stuff. I'm enjoying this. Okay, let's see what our call's doing. It's great to highlight one guy as well. I'm really enjoying that. To give them their flowers. That Juancino man. If you have a token on Sui, this is the guy you want to talk to, right? Juancino. What a dude. What a dude. There you go. So 2 minutes, 7 minutes ago. Another tweet. This guy is going absolutely mayhem with this, right? Let me start retweeting some of Juancino's stuff. We need to get this more socially going. Let's get this one out. Let's go. Boom. Boom. Yeah. All right. Good. Got to get these calls out. Got to get them going. Okay. Let's go on the Telegram. Let's see what people are saying in the Telegram. It's hard though, because this bot is going so mental that might be hard for people to talk. Yeah, there's been 60 messages since last look. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. The buys are coming in. Yeah, $566,000 market cap. Oh, that's what I like to see. How do you buy Suitrump? Good question. I don't know one asked that, but you go to Suitrump.com. There's a dash, sui-trump.com. That's because there was a scam coin when we launched, and they were Suitrump.com. We defeated the scam coin. We crushed the scam coin. That's another important thing, right? When we launched back in 2024, I was met with the challenge that we launched Suitrump. And then we bonded, but then as we were bonding, another one launched on MovePump, and they had a huge bag to put into marketing. So they were getting all the big packages on Deck Screener. They had all the big calls behind them. They were going mad, right? But I knew that this was just a pump and dump signal group, right? I've seen them all the time. They launch a coin and they put huge marketing behind it. They start siphoning value from the coin as it gets near an all-time high. Then they put it aside. The coin eventually dies. They use that money that they've siphoned out to start another one, and they rinse and repeat and keep going, right? So I knew that was what we were looking at. And so we just dug in, and then eventually we crushed them and they died. So you want to buy Suitrump? You can buy it on lots of places. I recommend right now you can come to Cetus to buy Suitrump. So click on Cetus here, and it will take you to our pool where you can buy. And I can buy some. Let's buy some Suitrump. Let's take $100. It's the cryptomischief.sui account where I hold some Suitrump, of course. And we go. Let's get. Oh no, we're not buying Sui. Should buy some Sui actually. It's dipping today, but we're buying the pump. 45% pump on Suitrump. I'm buying more. I've got 190 million in this wallet. Nice. It's good for some giveaways, isn't it? Nice. That's what I mean by so I can take this Suitrump, for example. We can also add it to the Suitrump DEX for adding liquidity for trades on the Sui DEX. Let's come and see what's happening on Bubble then. Bubble can be a bit slow to register Suitrump sometimes. I'm not sure why. Oh, there we go. Bubble, you're doing us proud. Bubble, let's go. Suitrump pump. Nice. Let me screenshot that. Bubble is a very nice platform. Bubble is where you can find out all about Sui small caps, right? Like around about $1 million to $5 million, and you can even get down to like 20,000 market cap coins and grab them on the move, right? We get the gainers for today. Nice. There's Aquashock. Aquashock up there, doing good. I like Aquashock pumping again today. Aquashock now up to 40,000 market cap. We covered it first at 20,000. You got yourself 2x there. Very good. And we're going good. Let's tweet that one right out. Any questions more about Suitrump, then let me know as I continue through what we're going to be talking about. We still have to talk about how Suitrump gets burned, actually. So I have a visual explanation of, what's going on there with Suitrump and the burning of it. We've got 102 people live, right? Nice. 102 people watching the Suitrump pump. Suitrump pump. If you're new, if you're just joining the live, what we did here was a social experiment where I hired some call, which would be an influencer. I paid for boosting on a volume bot. I paid for some deck screener ads and trending things. And then we, announced that we're going to pump Trump, and we wanted to see what would happen if we did all this at the same time. And Shockingly, we pumped the Trump. Nice stuff. Okay, so now we've seen a 40% pump up from the last, what's that, 54 minutes, and we've seen a 40% pump directly up. Can we pump it higher, or are we going to see some profit taken? Let's see what happens now. I want to see what happens. Did I get myself the Trump though? I got my buy-in. Yeah, I did. Got another $100 of Suitrump. Good stuff. So I'm happy. I'm going to send this on X. Let's send this one out as well. Let's get going with some X tweets. Got some comments. We just got some left. Let's go. Got some Suitrump. Nice. Jose Bodilio Tristancho. What a name. That's a good name. Man, that's a nice name. Congratulations. Bodilio Tristancho. Rolls off the tongue, actually, doesn't it? We have Elimina. Thank you, Elimina, for the support. We appreciate you. Awesome stuff. I'm just going to send the screenshot. Bubble. Shout out, Bubble. So I've really been enjoying, you might have noticed in the recent videos we're making about on YouTube, is a lot of this about the Sui chain. Like, why am I so excited about the Sui chain? Why do I like it so much? It's because of the community which is around in Sui. I've, had different projects in the past. Well, I guess the one I tried most on to join the community and get involved with other builders would be Polygon. When I did the SEC NFT collection, which is still going, you get access to our private DAO server if you own our NFT from Polygon, and I still do airdrops to them. We've done $170,000 of airdrops to our SEC holders over the last 20 months of consecutive monthly airdrops to the SEC. Any SEC holders in the chat, let me know, and we'll shout out the SEC. So what I learned though when I was launching that is that we saw, like, I was trying to get in all the X spaces, and I was trying to talk to other NFT collections which were joining, also minting NFTs, because NFTs were really hot on Polygon back then. I was joining the X spaces. I was trying to talk or listen to other people. I was sending DMs, and I couldn't get anywhere, right? It was very strange. It was just like you were kind of just kept on the outside. If you weren't in on Polygon, you didn't know the right people, and they didn't want to talk to you or listen to you, right? What I really like about Sui is that if you tell someone in the Sui ecosystem that either you're a fan of Sui, or you are making something on Sui, or you're just investing in Sui, and you're looking for other things to invest in, or you're looking to learn information about how it works or what's coming up next for Sui, then everyone that I've met so far on the Sui chain is amazing, so friendly, so welcoming, right? And they genuinely want all the tokens and all the builders and all the investors on Sui to be successful, right? And this is great, because that's what that's what an ecosystem needs for long-term growth, that everyone is working for each person, right? Each project is picking each other up, or highlighting other people, right? So if you are interested, then you can come and check out the live spaces that we do every week, where we talk solely about the Sui ecosystem. I do them with Mr. Furley, who you find as Wise Degen, and we get all sorts of characters that come into the X space continuously every week. New people, interesting people, fun people who are actually a joy to talk to. And that's when I was like, okay, actually, I really like the Sui ecosystem. I'm really happy to continue building here, and I'm fully committed now to creating something long lasting and of value on Sui, because I think that'd be a really good thing to hang your hat on. You've done it right. SEC, yeah. So we have Big Bob from the SEC. We have Dr. Gonzo from SEC. We have Ditto, SEC holder right here. Nice. Haha. Send me all supply on Suitrump. No, that's not happening. We don't do that. We protect the Suitrump with our lives, because we know the value of the Suitrump is going to go to millions of dollars of market cap. My personal goal has always been to hit $5 million market cap with Suitrump. I think that would be a great achievement to, one day when you're an old man sitting there talking to your grandkids, I once had a $5 million meme going. Don't know. I'm just pretty I'm looking forward to that one. We have Alardimus, SEC crew. Let's go Suitrump. Can't wait for Suidex. Going to be huge. Yeah. So the SEC is over here. This is our NFT collection. So we have a private DAO server on Telegram, which is unlocked by owning the SEC NFT. You can buy them on OpenSea. They're fully minted out, and they are all here. That's the other thing, right? So our collection is fully minted out, and they still trade, and people still get value from them, right? And the fact that when I was trying to launch on Polygon with this collection and no one would give me the time of day, launched 2023, right, in December. No, it was actually launched in May 2023. This got migrated. And yeah, we couldn't get the time of day from anyone on Polygon. They just didn't want to listen to us. They didn't want to give us any, and I was trying to explain, I'm trying to make a long-term NFT project. I want to reward every single holder. I want to make sure that everyone's, looked after. And they're like, yeah, but, what about our project? I don't know. So, but this is the SEC. There are 1,000 pieces of shit living on the Polygon chain, essentially. Each one is unique and distinct. And, that's cool. But anyway, let's back to Suitrump. What's going on? Are we pumping? $560,000 market cap. Doing good. That is quite a nice pump. I'm happy that the social experiment of pumping Suitrump went pretty well. Ooh, yeah, the frog's like, ooh, what's going on there? He's excited. And we beat the range. You notice that now on the CoinGecko, if you're going totally green up in the range, the little frog thing points out and goes like this. That's what you want to see on your token in the morning, right? And let's just caveat this by, if we come and see what's going on with Sui right now. So Suitrump is going absolutely mental right now, while every altcoin right now is struggling. Sui down 5.5% today, right? Suitrump completely smashing it against Sui, smashing it against the dollar, doing all this stuff, right? Let's get back and have a look then at something important, which is, how does Suidex work? So I'm not going to go through the whole of the white paper because it's quite a lot, but I want to highlight one thing, which I think is really important to let you understand why how I program Victory to be a store of, as valuable as possible from its tokenomics, right? And how it works. So if you are new at the stream right now, don't forget to join the waiting list. You can now register your Sui wallet address. If you've already done it, you have an email in your inbox for you to register through the email, and then you will be put into the early bird draw to win 20 million Suitrump. Okay, so if you already registered, you'll have an email, interact with the email, and then you'll be able to figure that one out, right? Checking out the white paper, I'm just going to get to one of the pages, which is, I think, the most important page, because it explains how we are going to pump the Trump with Suidex, right? You can read through this in your own time, right? Made it as visually captivating as possible. It's my design masterpiece. This, right, would be this one here. Yeah, fees, okay, right. Zoom in a bit. Okay, so what's happening here is we're going to be seeing how the fees inside of Suidex are going to work to buy and burn Suitrump, because that's what we're all talking about here, right? Suitrump is a meme coin. It has a fixed supply. If we go to Sui Vision, how's my Sui booster going? We've got 9 Sui left, right? We could add more soon. If we go to Sui Vision, right, and we check out Suitrump, should bring this up here. Yeah, so here's Suitrump. And Suitrump is fixed supply. All of the supply was bonded and created on launch, right? The circulating supply of Suitrump at the moment is 10 billion tokens. These tokens were minted upon launch, right? They're in the supply. They're going around town, right? What we're going to be doing is burning the supply. We're bringing down the circulating supply of Suitrump through buy and burn pressure. We'll be buying it, and then we're going to be burning it, okay? So how's that going to work? So there's 2 ways that this is going to happen. We want to look down to the Sui farm pool deposit and withdrawal fees, this part here, right? Can I move? Can I make this big? Yeah. Can I go across? Can I go over there? Yeah, nice. Okay, Sui farm pool and deposit and withdrawal fees. For entering into Sui Dex yield farm, you're going to have a variable fee, 1%, right? 1%, very, like, for example, a fee of 1%. So you want to farm with SUI USDC in SuiDex because you want to get the 200, 300, 1,000, 2,000% APR. That will be available upon launch, okay? And this, you want the passive income, you want the victory token. So you take your SUI, you take your USDC, and you form liquidity inside of SuiDex. You then deposit that liquidity into our farm. When that happens, that 1% fee hits, right? Then from there, 40% of the fee from there will be going to buy and burn Suitrump, right? So imagine if we get $1 million into the Sui USDC pool, then that 1% fee is, right? And 40% of that is then used immediately to buy and burn Suitrump. Now think what other pools we have. We will have Walrus USDC, we'll have Suitrump with USDC, we'll have partner pools of different tokens in the ecosystem. We'll have Deep in USDC. We'll have, loads of different pools of different people that want to have options for yield farming with the tokens that they enjoy to hold. And all of these pools will also have 40% fee, which will be used to buy, burn victory token. This is continued every single day. People are entering these pools, finding new opportunities, opening new pools. Every time we open a new pool with a new pair, buy and burn of Suitrump will go up because more people will be entering into that new pool to do it, right? This is how we are strategically designing the entire ecosystem of SuiDex to moon the blue man. Yeah, blue man good, right? Suitrump, the iconic meme mascot of SuiDex, launched by Crypto Mischief in October 2024 with its fixed, fully bonded supply. More than just a meme, Suitrump powers the farm. 40% of all Sui farm fees are used to buy back and burn Suitrump, driving demand and aggressive deflation. As volume rises, supply falls, rewarding holders who waited patiently. The Suitrump Sui pool will also receive a huge share of victory emissions, meaning that the APR for Suitrump Sui is going to be the largest, biggest, hugest APR in the farm, which will also add buy pressure to Suitrump. So while it's being bought and burned, people are also buying it because they want to yield farm with the highest yield. By staking LP tokens, holders turn meme conviction into real yield. It's the ultimate utility meets community moment on the Sui blockchain. That's what's happening. That's what's going to be going on. So we're not all-time high for Suitrump. You might be looking at this and thinking, yeah, but Richie, it's already pumped. I just arrived in the stream and it's too late. Well, our all-time high is double the price of the current market cap almost. So you're not too late. And I think we can go much higher than the market cap that we have hit before, because now we have utility. We're not just a meme coin without anything behind it. We have a whole ecosystem fighting to burn Suitrump. Buy and burn, baby. And if you buy Suitrump now, you can get entered into our raffle. If you're just coming to the stream, what you can know is that any buy of Suitrump right now and for the next 6 days is going to be getting you into the Suitrump raffle, right? Here are the raffle stats, okay? Check them out. Raffle stats are currently 73 total players now, when we looked at this before, are now in the prize pool to earn 30 Sui. All you have to do to get entered into the raffle is buy Suitrump. If you buy Suitrump, you're automatically granted tickets by our custom bot, which was made by Suitrump. So very important, and this is going to be a great giveaway because someone's going to get 30 Sui, and a lot of them will be new holders who are new to the ecosystem. So really looking forward to that as well. We're going to raid some stuff now. Let's raid. We're going to raid this tweet here. Put it into the comments. Boom. Rate that tweet. Was yesterday last raffle result? Yeah, the raffle from last week was won by JT DeFi. He won 30 Sui, but the time was worth $120. And we just started a new raffle. So now you can get involved straight away. Just put a tweet in there. What we want to do is we want to rate it. We want to come. We want to like the tweet. We want to retweet the tweet. We want to comment on the tweet. Let's go. Let's go. Can't even spell. Trump pump is affecting my fingers. Blue man good. Want to fill this comments up for Juan Cena. We want to get the big players and investors in the Sui chain to start paying attention to Suitrump. The only way to do that is for the community to act together. I was talking a little about this before. Very important. The idea of a meme coin. Meme coin is not like buying stocks, right? When you buy stocks, you can usually buy Tesla, right? And expect that Tesla's going to go up in price because it's Tesla. They have a whole engine of employees. They have, advertising on television, everything behind it. You could buy Tesla and then probably it's going to go up or down. And, you could go to your neighbor and be like, hey, why don't you buy some Tesla? It's not really going to reflect in the chart that much, right? Memes are different. Meme coins need community engagement. If you're expecting to buy Suitrump and do nothing while holding it, not even retweeting something or giving some advice in the Telegram, making your voice heard, joining the community, then you just expect it to go up without you doing anything, and everyone else is going to do the work to raise the token price, then you don't understand how meme coins work, and you should maybe consider just buying Tesla, to be honest, right? Because you need to get involved with memes. That's what they're all about. It's the whole thing. The whole concept of meme coins is that you buy the meme coin, then you're in the community and you're part of it, and it's growing. And the more people that buy the meme coins and then also talk about them, attract other people, we find out more things about each other, we get to know each other, we become friends, you join communities, you improve your life, right? With the right memes. Then they go up in value, and then you profit take, and you've changed your life in a good way, right? You've made friends, you've made memories, you've had fun, and you made profit. That's the perfect meme coin, right? But if you just expected to buy a meme coin and it's just going to go up in price, you don't have to do anything, you're in the wrong market, buddy. You're in the wrong market. Okay, let's keep going. Right. I have one more thing to talk about, I believe. We've been going for 1 hour and 10 minutes. We have pumped the Trump very well. We're 123 people now watching the Pump Trump. Welcome to the Pump Trump, the Trump Pump, the Suitrump Pump. We started this stream and we were sitting at where were we? $400,000 market cap. We've now pumped. We pumped and then we come down a bit. Oh, look, we got a little bit of a dip. Do you have your buy entry now? What are we seeing? We're seeing some buys. We're seeing some sells. Pretty good volume now, 29K volume today. It's early days though. We're going to be pumping this all day. This Pump Trump is going to be continuing because this today's Trump pump announces basically the countdown to our private raise and the outlaying of utility and news, which is going to continuously be coming now from Suitrump. So hopefully you're strapped in and you're ready for action, because this is going to be a great journey that we're going to go on with Suitrump. Yes, indeed. Any questions or comments you have about Suitrump, write them in and I will answer anything that you want to know. Anything. Suitrump is the best coin on Sui. Get ready for 10 million market cap. Let's go at the moon. That's right. I believe you're correct there. 10 million market cap would be amazing. Let's go Suitrump. Brett blew up largely thanks to YouTuber Crashiest Clay 69. The same energy is why I see in Suitrump. Why I'm bullish. Developer as a YouTuber, streams daily, already a millionaire, active community, Suitrump, next Brett. Check it out. Yeah, there we go. That's why. I'm trumping my Sui harder. I'm trumping my Sui harder than last time. I like that. I'm gonna I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I'm trumping my Sui larger than last time. I'm gonna follow that guy. Reese.Sui, you're a funny man. Good. Yeah. So basically, you can do that. You can just type in Suitrump, find all the comments that you like, retweet them. That's how you join meme coins, right? Get on the Telegram, talk to people, make friends. We're friendly people. We're good guys. Let's check the leaderboard. Who's now in charge for the 30 Sui giveaway? Who we got? Who's going to take it? Who's going to take it? Oh, Brett Prince. Brett Prince just cannot not be number one. Brilliant. 149 million tickets. Good luck beating that. But remember, it's not only who has the most tickets, because it's a lucky draw. Just having more tickets gets you a better chance of winning the whole thing. Suitrump pump is inevitable for Moonshot Max. I believe we should be expecting some Suitrump content from Moonshot Max quite soon, which I'm looking forward to seeing. That'll be fun. Moonshot Max is a very, very smart man. He's a maths teacher, and maths teachers know pumponomics. Maths teachers know Trump pumps. That's right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Here we see Juan Cena. He is going absolutely mental. He's just going at it, going at it, going at it. Let's forward some of this. Brett Prince. Brett Prince is famous now. See, because I integrate. This is like little things that you can do with projects, which make them more fun for all holders. Right. Let's put this in announcement. So what's happening here is the bot, the way that we programmed our bot, you can see here it's showing the buyer as Brett Prince. That's because I programmed this to integrate with Sui NS, which is the Sui NS Sui name service, right? A lot of people on Sui, they buy NFTs for giving their wallet a name. Usually they use their own name so that they have an on-chain identity. This is the way that Sui is getting ready for their kind of GameFi season of building up there. Making it so that you can essentially play on their Sui Play device with your name and with your assets from Sui Chain while you're playing your games. And also, like, I thought it's a great way to personalize a buy bot so that when we do have coin holders who want to basically, show that, look, I still like I'm supporting, I'm buying the token, and they want to get shown up on the bot with their name, they can choose to buy with the wallet that has their Sui NS, and then they can, basically, it's a bit Riz, yeah. You're just showing off what you're doing. Jake Van Dom. Jake Van Do, how you doing, fam? Very good. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, so that's why we added Sui NS to that. And also you can endorse with Sui NS as well. Yeah, so here we're going for it. We are running hot with the Suitrump pump. Good stuff. Okay. What else we got? See, we have a Suitrump here. This is a fake. It's a fake Suitrump. January 2014. Maybe not. It's very early. This is even before Sui Network was launched. First token on Sui with Trump support. We know he will win and will be on top. I don't know about that. That's from September. Actually, they made it for me, but my Suitrump is blue and his one isn't. So that's why we're best. We win. Champions. Okay. Right, let's check out the chart before we're going. Okay, so we're on the dip now. You might be finding your buy entry here so that you can get yourself the Suitrump token on a better price than you did 10 minutes ago. As we continue to shill and push this, we'll have some more content on Suitrump coming up, of course, in the next couple, probably, in 12 hours, I'll have another batch of content out for you on this. Next things are coming. Oh yeah, let's end on this. 10 million easy once volume comes in, soon be there. Let's go. Yeah, that's why I think once we start hitting more higher volume and getting more attention and continuing this marketing push, I think we can see 10 million. It's totally doable, especially with the Bitcoin hitting all-time high and we're getting going with it, right? So what can you expect in the short-term future with Suitrump? As I said, you've already been sent an email if you already joined the wait list for SuiDex. If you've just joined it now, then you can add your wallet address and you won't get an email until next week. And that email will be telling you about the time of the raise, the price of the raise, and the listing price of victory. So you can do the maths on that to see how bullish it is. And in the meantime, I have some conversations meetings to have. I have 2 more meetings tomorrow. One is with a very, very big mover and shaker on Sui Chain. I don't want to give any names because we haven't made any deals. So it'd be kind of unfair for me to name drop when I haven't actually, gotten the green light for it. So you've got to respect people. It's important. I'm not just going to say names and then expect you to buy. And then I say, oh, sorry, the deal didn't work out. That's not going to happen. That's not how it works, right? So the conversation I'm going to have tomorrow is a meeting. And the first one is going to be with a Sui-based developer who has a very high reputation on Sui. And I just essentially have to explain who I am, what our mission is, what we built, and get his feedback on it and see if he, enjoys it or not. If he is into it, then we will hopefully get into some X Spaces to talk about it to the growing Sui community. So we'll get some new ears to talk to. The second is with a potential advisor, a team advisor who would be joining the Sui execs team, who has extensive experience in past crypto projects, which have gone to hundreds of millions of dollars. We've already had one meeting and I have another one with them tomorrow. I'm going to pitch him the deal, the offer that we can offer him to be an advisor, and let's see if he takes it. If he does, then that will be announced, and that will be very cool. And we will be releasing our docs, which are technical docs, which you will find here, which go through in much greater detail the workings of, oh, they vanished. Great. They've got much greater detail, the workings of SuiDex, so you can read through them if you want more knowledge on what's going on with that. But they've just decided to go all flashy. But they'll be released soon, so you can look at them. And we will also be updating our roadmap and explaining in more detail about what we're building with SuiDex and what we're going to be focusing on once we launch. Because a lot of people have asked me that. It's a big question on people's lips. What are you going to do with Victory after you launch? How are you going to continue to maintain value for it? How are you going to make sure that it's not just another yield farm that appears and then disappears? So what is the plan? And it's a big, important question. And I'm happy that people are asking this question because it means they understand what they're investing in. And there is risk. There's considerable risk in investing in DeFi. So asking questions is very much encouraged, right? And we'll be giving good answers to what we're going to be doing by giving more information on the roadmap for SuiDex so people can really see our vision and what's going on. And one other thing on the landing page, you're going to be able to see how much Suitrump's burned by second. So you can always come here and see how much of the supply we've managed to kill through buy and burn, which is awesome stuff too. Okay, so that's pretty much me wrapping up. Walker Boss says, great live stream, appreciate it. Got to go. Yeah, me too. I got to go. It's 12:30. I've got to be up at 6. No, but no rest for the wicked. Putting the hours in. That's how we do it. Okay, I am out of here, and I will catch you in the next one. Be good to each other. Buy some Suitrump. Join the raffle, or don't. Not financial advice. Got to be careful about that. YouTube's getting strict about these kind of things. And be good to each other, guys. Don't get wrecked. See you later.